What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Drive Club. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a race that me and Wildshooter did on Drive Club. It was the Nissan GT-R versus the Nissan Skyline. Wildshooter was driving the GT-R and I am driving the Skyline. So we wanted to see how the GT-R and the Skyline would compare to each other, because they are both in the same class, the performance class of vehicles in Drive Club, and I wanted to see how these would compare, because I thought that the GT-R would absolutely destroy the Skyline. It just, it's got more power. It's just basically a more updated version of the car. You see on this corner here, we both managed to cut the corner, which was nice. I got it slightly worse than him, but that's all good. So yeah, I was interested to see how this was going to go, because I thought the GT-R would kind of easily walk away with this. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to see what was going to happen. So we did 4 laps around this circuit. I forgot what it's called now, but it is the new circuit that was added to the game, and it is a pretty nice one. Now, bear in mind, in this video, Wildshooter in the GT-R had driven this circuit quite a bit before, whereas this was only my 3rd time driving on the circuit. So yeah, that's that, I suppose. But as you can see here, after that corner cut, I actually managed to catch up a little bit down the straights and out of corners. The GT-R walked away from the Skyline. It had more acceleration and it had more top speed, and that is to be expected because it has quite a bit more power than the Skyline. However, through the corners, the Skyline was quicker. To be fair, Wildshooter was getting his GT-R a little bit sideways. That's just kind of how he drives. But you could tell that Skyline was doing better around the corners. I managed to get up the inside of him through that corner there, but I couldn't really do anything. I got in a bit of a bad position going over that next bit, but I was faster, quite a bit faster, through this next section here. Once again though, he would get the acceleration out of the corner, which meant that I couldn't really do anything to get past him. I did manage to get in front of him out of the last corner. However, the speed of the Skyline, the GT-R, sorry, was too much. It was a lot faster, and as you see, he managed to get in front of me for this next corner. He did actually go a bit wide around the first corner, and I managed to get back in front of him again. But as you will see here, he starts reeling me in again, and I let him go to the inside because that's the right thing to do. We go pretty much almost too wide into that corner there, so that was interesting. Once again, he has the acceleration coming up to here, and he manages this time to get ahead of me. I think about going for the inside, but it's a bit of a bad place there, because if you get that corner wrong, like you saw in the first lap, you will cut the corner. So I didn't bother doing that. I stayed behind. Once again, I was faster through here, but couldn't really do anything. Not a section that you want to go too wide through there. Here again, I am a lot faster, this time getting just alongside, but he manages to break away out of the corner, as you would expect. Now we come on to the straight again. I do better around the corner. I get right up behind him, but of course all the power of the GT-R means that it can just walk away down the straight. So now we would start our final lap. This was our final lap of the race. I had to push hard this lap because I had to get past. I had to know where I was quick. I was quick around the first corner. I managed to gain. Basically around all the corners I managed to gain, but then when it came to the straights, that's where I kind of lost time. The most time that I seemed to make up was around this corner here. However, it put me in a bad position. As you will see here, I try to go around because he gets a bit of a slide, and I try to go for the inside. I slightly cut the corner, but it doesn't really give me that much of a penalty, so it didn't really put me back too much. It wasn't even a second, so it wasn't an issue. And coming down here, I was very close behind, so I thought that I could probably go for a dive into this next corner. He gets quite sideways. I managed to dive up the inside and get in front of him, and because of that slide, he doesn't have enough room to catch back up to me, and I would end up, after only just getting around that final corner, I would end up taking the victory on like the second to last corner, which I was pretty happy about. But yeah, this was actually a really fun race. It's actually kind of fun to see how close these cars are to each other, despite them, being different, power wise. I mean, the GT-R has quite a bit more power than the Skyline. However, the Skyline is quite a lot better around the corners. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Comment what other videos you want to see on Drive Club. What other cars do you want to see go up against each other? And I'll see you guys in the next video.